Welcome to MindLight, where we illuminate the path of ancient wisdom. Today, we explore Stoicism, a philosophy that has shaped history. In a world of constant chaos and noise, Stoicism offers a fortress of peace, a way to stand firm against storms. Many believe being Stoic means suppressing all your emotions, but the true ancient philosophy is far deeper and much more profound. It is not about having a heart of stone, but about understanding the nature of reality and our place within it. To understand this wisdom, we must travel back over 2,000 years to the life of a merchant named Zeno. Zeno of Cyprus was a wealthy man, trading in rare purple dye until destiny decided to alter his path forever. Around 300 BC, a catastrophic shipwreck claimed his fortune, leaving him stranded in Athens with absolutely nothing to his name. In a single moment, his entire life's work vanished into the depths, forcing him to question the true value of wealth. He wandered into a bookshop and read about Socrates, realizing that wisdom was the only possession that fortune could not steal. When he asked where he could find a teacher, fate pointed him toward Crates the Cynic, who became his first mentor. Zeno eventually began teaching his own insights at the Stoa Poikile, or the Painted Porch, located in the central market. Because they gathered at the Stoa, his followers became known as Stoics, and a new school of philosophy was born. At the heart of Stoicism lies the concept of logos, the rational power that organizes and guides the entire universe. They believed the world operates through cause and effect, a grand design that we must understand rather than fight against. This leads to the most critical principle, the dichotomy of control. We must distinguish between what is ours and what isn't. We cannot control the weather, the economy, or the opinions of others. These are external events beyond our direct power. However, we have absolute command over our own judgments, our desires, and how we choose to react to those events. Like an archer, we control the aim and the release. But once the arrow flies, the wind is not ours. Suffering does not come from the events themselves, but from our judgments about them. Change the judgment, and pain disappears. To live a good life, a Stoic cultivates 4 cardinal virtues. These are the pillars of a strong and noble character. First is wisdom, the ability to navigate complex situations logically, separating truth from falsehood and acting with sound judgment. Wisdom is practical knowledge. It is knowing what is good, what is bad, and what is indifferent in our lives. Second is temperance, the practice of self-control and moderation. It is the mastery of our desires and our impulses. In a world of excess and addiction, temperance allows us to enjoy life without becoming a slave to our pleasures. Third is justice. For Stoics, this is not just law, but treating others with fairness, kindness, and benevolence. We are social animals, meant to work together. Justice means doing our duty to our community and fellow human beings. Finally, courage. This is not just bravery in battle, but the strength to face daily challenges and moral difficulties. It takes courage to stick to your principles, to do what is right when it is difficult or unpopular. Throughout history, great men have tested these virtues. Seneca, the wealthy advisor to Nero, is a prime example of this. Though he was incredibly rich, Seneca practiced poverty and preached that we should not depend on fortune for our happiness. He famously urged humanity toward slaves, seeing them not as tools, but as fellow humans sharing the same essence. When ordered to commit suicide by the emperor, Seneca faced death with the same calm he had written about for years. Another giant of Stoicism was Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who ruled the Roman Empire at its absolute peak. He was the most powerful man on earth, yet he spent his nights writing in a private journal to himself. These writings, known today as meditations, were never meant for publication. They were spiritual exercises to keep him humble. He faced constant war, betrayal, and a devastating plague. Yet he refused to let these external horrors corrupt his soul. He constantly reminded himself that death smiles at us all, and all a man can do is smile back. Stoicism bridged the gap between a crippled slave like Epictetus and an emperor like Marcus, proving wisdom is for everyone. The ancient Stoa may be gone, but the philosophy did not die. It traveled through time to influence modern leaders. Nelson Mandela spent 27 long years in prison. In that dark cell, Marcus Aurelius's meditations became a source of strength. Stoicism helped him endure suffering without bitterness, preparing him to lead a divided nation with forgiveness rather than revenge. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, developed logotherapy based on the Stoic idea that we have the freedom to choose our attitude. Modern cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is directly rooted in Stoic principles, helping millions manage anxiety and depression today. In our hyper-connected world, Stoicism is more relevant than ever. It teaches us to disconnect from noise and find focus. We learn that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond to it. This leads to the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. Do not just bear your burden, love it. Treat every obstacle not as a blockage, but as fuel. The obstacle becomes the way to a stronger, better version. Stoicism is not a religion, but a toolkit for the mind. It requires practice, day after day, moment after moment. Start your day by anticipating challenges. Prepare your mind so that nothing can surprise you or disturb your inner peace. End your day with reflection. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What did I do wrong? How can I improve? This philosophy is open to everyone. It does not require wealth or status, only a willingness to examine your own soul. Be like the flame. The wind that extinguishes a small fire only fuels a great one. Let challenges make you brighter. Live according to nature. Understand that you are part of a larger whole, connected to all other human beings. Stoicism teaches us that kindness is invincible. It is the most powerful weapon we have against hostility and ignorance. Do the right thing, not because you will be rewarded, but because it is right. Virtue is its own reward. Remember memento mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This is not morbid. It is life-affirming. It teaches us to cherish every moment and not waste time on trivialities. Take the view from above. See your problems as small specks in the vast history of the universe and time. Stop talking about what a good man should be and just be one. Action is the only truth that matters. The voices of Zeno, Seneca, and Marcus still echo today. They remind us that we are stronger than we think. You have the power to retreat into yourself at any time. Find that quiet sanctuary within your own mind. Everything changes. Change is not something to fear, but the very nature of the universe. Embrace it with open arms. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Build your inner citadel. When the world shakes, you remain steady. When others panic, you remain clear and focused. Stoicism is not a solitary pursuit. It compels us to be useful, to contribute, and to serve the common good. The goal is not to have no emotions, but to have the right emotions. Joy in virtue and caution against vice. The path of the Stoic is a lifelong journey. You will stumble, you will fall, but you must get back up. We have covered history, principles, and figures, but knowledge is useless unless it is applied to your actual life. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can stop worrying about today? What is one virtue I can practice now? The philosophy of Zeno and Marcus Aurelius is now in your hands. It is a tool waiting to be used. Focus on what you control. Accept what you do not. Live with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance every single day. Let your mind be a light in the darkness. Be the calm in the storm. Be the master of your soul. Happiness is not found in more stuff, but in less desire. It is found in appreciating the miracle of existence. As we conclude this journey, remember that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Thank you for watching this journey into Stoicism. Subscribe to MindLight for more wisdom, and may you find your inner peace.